It's your boy Grill here, back with another video, and today I got special for you guys, man. Today we're going to be talking about the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour 2023 event confirmed. So you guys know that this is probably the third time they did this. I believe that the first time they introduced this whole thing was 2021, and it's basically where they just like have like multiple like Dragon Ball games just like throughout, like I don't know, just throughout the whole like I don't even know what the word, just for like the whole like the Dragon Ball franchise and stuff. And they basically just big event, and they introduced like new things and all that good stuff. And Dragon Ball Legends is one of them. You guys see like DB Fighter, Dragon Ball card game, Dragon Ball Legends. These are the ones that confirmed now. So I feel like what they're going to introduce here maybe be some like maybe Dragon Ball Breakers, probably Dokkan, any other stuff that they can introduce as well. They could probably do the card, not the card game, but the Dragon Ball Super. The Dragon Ball Super Dragon Ball Heroes little thing as well. So there's probably gonna be some other stuff that they're going to announce as well. But Dragon Ball Legends is definitely one of them. So they're going to introduce something in this Dragon Ball Legends Battle Hour. We're just going to basically just make a guess and stuff on like what they could possibly reveal and stuff like that. And yeah, so when this broadcast is going to start, it's going to start in December 3rd at 18. So it looks like December 3rd at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So like you're like in California, that'll be like 3 EST and all that stuff, and depending on where you live, you just convert it there. But it looks like it's 6 p.m. EST December 3rd. So it's actually on like this week, right? It's this week that is going to happen and everything. So we're going to look back at the first 2 hours of Dragon Ball Legends Battle Hours and stuff, and what review for the Dragon Ball Legends stuff, and then we're going to just basically just make a just a prediction like what could we possibly see for this and all that stuff. So yeah, without further ado, before we hop into the video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Road to 12K by the end of this year. So if you guys are new, you guys like the content, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. It definitely help me a ton. Make sure you guys like the like the video as well, so more people can see it, and it'll get our channel out there more in terms of the YouTube algorithm. And then make sure you guys turn on the notifications, so whenever I do post a video or live stream, you guys will not miss that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on with it. So the first year that they introduced this, right? This is the first year, so this was basically 2021, right? I think this is the third time doing this. The first time they introduced, the biggest thing that they introduced in here was, I believe this came out in, I don't know when I think this came out in March. I think this came out like towards the end of March, I believe, because Rose was the LF for March, right? Because this is when they started to introduce the LF per month. They had like the monthly LF, and for March, LF Rose was announced. But the way he was announced was from the Dragon Ball Battle Hour thing. You guys see here, like you guys see some of these little clips, like that's when they introduced that Trunks My Assist, the Trunks My Assist character, and then they had LF Rose with him. So you know, LF Rose, he although he wasn't really all that he didn't really age really well, or he wasn't really all that amazing to begin with, where a lot of people have been saying. He did get reviewed in here. It was actually pretty hype, bro. A lot of people were losing their mind because, you know, a lot of people love Goku Black Rose. Like, they love that form. They love, like, just his character in general. And, like, just he has so many cool, like, stuff that he did in the anime and the show and stuff, like the scythe and all that stuff. The way that he was just, like, beating up Vegeta and Goku, bro. Like, every time he pulled up, bro, like, he was, like, taking, like, hardly no L's and all that good stuff. So, yeah, first time they introduced this, Rose got introduced. Rose and then the Trunks introduced, and then that banner dropped, like, I think probably like a couple of days after, probably like 2 days after the banner dropped. So that was really hype seeing that, you know, LF Rose and Trunks, especially LF Rose, because a lot of people had like made concept cards about this guy. Like, that's just how much that people love Rose for real. Like, and people want Ultra Rose, you know. It's been you know, people want Rose's bad. They love Rose, Goku Black. So even though we got one already in like September for the Powerful Opponent campaign, but they like the Rose form more than having the base Goku Black. So now next year or this past year, actually, was it 2022? Was it this year that they dropped one? I believe so. I believe this one was in February, right? Yeah, this was in February this year. February 18th and 19th. Now, if you guys can help me out, I honestly don't remember what they introduced. I don't think they introduced the character here, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, because in February, LF Jiren got announced, right? And I don't know if LF Jiren got I don't think LF Jiren got announced in the battle hour. I think LF Jiren got announced in the review and stuff, and I think Jiren got. I think Jiren banner came out way before, like probably weeks before this. Not gonna lie to you. I think Jiren got like around. He got released like around Valentine's Day. Let me see if I can actually check this out. But I don't think Jiren got announced here. I don't think they really announced anything big in the 2022 one. Let me see. LF Jiren. Let me see. DB Legends. Let me see this. Anyone got like a? All right. Let me check the rest of the video right here. Oops. I'm on my phone real quick. My bad. I just gotta make sure the day that when he got dropped. So the rest dropped this video. When did he drop this video? More. Can I see when he dropped the video? No. Yeah, he dropped this February 25th. So that's when Jiren came out. So he actually came out a week after this. So I don't think Jiren got announced here. I think the only thing that they announced was just like Toshi playing against like viewers and all that stuff. They didn't really announce nothing big for the Dragon Ball Battle Hour for this year. So it's kind of interesting because like 1 year they introduced something like a new LF and new unit, and then this year they didn't introduce nothing really big for Legends. So this year, I don't know why they call it 2023, even though it's in what's the name, even though it's still in 2022. But I guess what could we predict? So think about it, right? We're in December 3rd. We're in the celebration. We're in the Legends Festival celebration. So that's actually, we might get some hype things. You know, they might review maybe something for part 2. What's coming for part 2? Hopefully. Hopefully there isn't anything with like what they did last year in February where they had like Toshi playing and no new news stuff got announced and everything. So hopefully they announce some stuff for part 2. I'm not saying that they're going to review everything in part 2, but hopefully like they maybe give us a glimpse of, you know, something like that's super valuable for us players. So there's 2 things that I think that they can actually do. First thing is introduce part 2. And then we can basically like part 2, you know, they could probably introduce another tag because they're not going to probably do GT again. They're probably not going to have part 2 for part 1 and part 2 for GT related. They probably might focus on another tag. And if they was to focus on another tag, I feel like it would be Universe Survival Saga. I feel like that would probably be a tag that they probably work on because there's still some dope moments in USS that still hasn't been, you know, characters still hadn't been, you know, reviewed. Like you can have a reviving UI Sign Goku when he does a Spirit Bomb thing. You can have the Kaioken and Kaioken Goku and Evolution Vegeta tag. You can have Goku Frieza tag. You can have MVP 17 when he's battle damage. You have so many cards in here that you guys can introduce in the USS arc that that they still have yet to cover. So I feel like if they do introduce a part 2 in the battle hour, they could introduce something, you know, where a certain tag, and I personally think it'll be USS. But the second thing is they could probably introduce another banner. Now, if we actually take a look here, I'm not saying that they'll introduce like an LF banner, but they might introduce like a regular, let me actually scroll down here. They might introduce a, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it for real. Let me see. They might introduce a all-star banner, basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Because if we go here, can I find Frieza? Yeah, we can find Mecha Frieza here. Let's click here, and we can scroll all the way down here. Yeah, we guys see here, this banner actually went away November 30th. So we have right now we have no Legends All-Star banner. So it's also a thing that they could actually just reveal, you know, probably 2 new characters for our Legends All-Star banner. You know, so I don't know what they'll introduce. I don't know if they'll introduce more GT stuff because, you know, in the 3rd anniversary we had like Gogeta, right, and then we had Nova and Ice, and then like that month later they introduced Oob and the Kid Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So they could probably give GT a little bit more love by introducing an all-star banner catering around them, kind of like, you know, that's the last thing to kind of give them for a while before they kind of can move on to some other stuff. And I could see them introducing like, you know, some 2 new units for GT or any other tags. So I personally feel like that's probably going to be the 2 things that they could possibly do. They could probably, you know, talk about, you know, little spoilers for part 2 on here. It'll really be a really hype event to announce some part 2 stuff. But I personally feel like they might introduce like maybe like an all-star banner, new fighters from like an all-star banner type, and save the part 2 for like our reviews and stuff. So that's basically what I'm gonna guess Let me know what you guys think they're going to announce in Dragon Ball Islands, or are they going to announce something for part 2? Are they going to announce like maybe a new banner like the Legends All Star banner, or they might just like not introduce anything? Maybe they might want to just save the hype for something else, or they could even announce the next Ultra. Who knows? So let me know what you guys think. Just kind of just want to make like a little prediction video for this, and yeah, that's it with this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and real man. I'm out. Peace.